People have entered the meeting. Good morning, Mukesh sir. Are you there?
Hi, good morning, ma'am. Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Okay.
So welcome, Mukesh sir.
Yes.
This is Manisha Kulkarni, heading the department MBA at IICMR. And we are having our director, Dr. Abhay Kulkarni also.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Hi, Mukesh. And, good morning. Nice, seeing you. We all are waiting for your session. So I request now Jayashree ma'am to please request a student to start the session. Sir, there will be a small introduction and then we will start the session.
That's okay. Thank you so much.
Good morning to one and all. Anusia, you can start. I request Anusia to start the session.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to all learners. I am Anusha Ravishankar from MBA, second year IICMR. Thank you all for your overwhelming response on day one of National Webinar Series organized by MBA at IICMR. I'm sure that power-packed session of National Level Webinar Series day one had added a value to your knowledge and provided a valuable takeaway. Now, among our midst, we have Mukesh Kulotia is B.Tech from MNIT Jaipur and MBA from IIM Lucknow. He worked with IBM for 9 years and traveled 12 countries to deliver assignments and training conference. Mukesh was also a district director in Toastmasters International for India, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Bhutan. As district director, there he broke all performance records in Toastmaster history of 93 years across 145 countries. He is founder and MD of Muskurado.com. Muskurado is the startup concern and provide rewards and recognition solution to corporates. Mukesh Kulodia is also an author of 2 books and has a YouTube channel with his name. We are so pleased to have you, sir, and over to you now. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for reading the introduction. I'm also equally excited to be speaking to so many students today. I think the number is already almost 80 and should be going beyond 100.
Mukesh, actually, we are having students in live. We are live streaming this also. So we are having students attending in LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as in YouTube simultaneously.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's the power of technology, and they are leveraging that fully.
Yes.
Close to you, ma'am. Close to you. And I think the students are engaged in organizing this. This is an amazing thing which you have done. Otherwise, if the faculty does it, students do not get the live training of doing these things. They are learning by doing it. It's their training. It's another wonderful learning for them. Kudos. So let me start sharing my screen and we'll begin with this session. Somebody needs to allow me to share my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are doing it.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Good. Thank you. See, for me, it takes me a lot of time to decide a topic, and then it does not take me any time to come up with the content and prepare the slides and deliver the topic. If I tell you the ratio, let's say if I spend 10 hours in doing some session for anybody, it takes me around 8 hours to decide the topic, and maybe 1 hour to prepare the content and 1 hour to deliver it to the students. That's my ratio. So for this class also, Mr. Bijoy Prasad and Bhavna Srivastav, they kept on teasing me that please give us a topic which can be beneficial for all the students. And I kept on thinking, but then finally I thought, let me talk about how to gain confidence like IIM students. But then I realized I thought that confidence is a byproduct. You directly cannot gain confidence. Confidence comes by doing some kind of activities. So if you are competent enough and you have some experience under the guidance of able people, in that case, of course, you can become confident. So I decided I chose to call it how to gain competence like IIM students. And see, IIM students, of course, may not be the best in the world. There are better institutions than IIMs in the world. Yet, in India, they are kind of aspirational and it's a dream for all the people who want to pursue their management. They want to go to IIMs. They think that students at IIMs are, of course, cream de la cream, and they are cream de la cream if we talk about Indian management perspective. But yet, there are examples. The corporate world is full of examples where I can tell you the students who came from ordinary B schools or engineering colleges, or even the people who did not even go to B schools and engineering colleges, they also excelled in their life. People like, let's say, Sunil Bharti Mittal, who is founder of Airtel, going for BSc, normal Bachelor of Science, and then doing so much in life, they become aspirations. So I'll tell you, anybody, any student of management, be it directly studying management in terms of theory or maybe practicing management without even studying theory. Practices the couple of skills, a couple of traits which I'm going to talk about today in this session. But before I begin the session, I would like to take this opportunity, maybe around 7 to 8 minutes, to know a couple of you. Now, it's not possible practically to allow you all to introduce yourself, otherwise, all 2 hours will be going in that activity itself. So, if the future permits, the time permits, and the things become suitable, I will see you, some of you physically face to face in your classes or somewhere. But as of now, I would just open this forum to you for introducing yourself in terms of what's your as in background, education background. Name is not needed, that's anyways there in the chat window. So you just need to tell me what's your education background and what do you expect from today's class. Just two things. So that'll help me know you better. Over to you. You can start typing in the chat window, and the beauty is you do not need to be sequential, you can be parallel.
Students, you can, respond in chat.
Yeah.
and give a brief introduction about you so that sir will be in a position to understand.
Mr. Bijoy Prasad gave me a little brief about the students, but yet it will be even better if you can please type a bit about yourself, especially your background. Are you BCom, BTech, BBA, and then your expectations from today's class.
So even many faculties from different parts of the world also have joined the program, sir. Along with the students, they want to meet you. They want to know the secret of IIM. They want to make the managers like IIM.
Great, great. Close to them. I really respect teachers and all.
Students, whether you are in a position to understand, okay, my name is Bhavna, I'm from Gujarat, student of BA with specialization in English.
Yeah, it's a background.
BBM from BBK College London.
Okay. Please also type in your expectations. What do you expect exactly from the session today? Okay. I have a response from Saurabh. Thank you, Saurabh. Mayuri Shastri, BBA in Finance. Okay. We have Devika Sharma, completed BCA and now pursuing MBA in HR. How to enhance my skills and apply them at work. This is good, thank you. Saurabh says, I have completed my BCom. Okay. So far, I'm seeing BBAs, BCAs, BComs, and BA. Okay. Diksha from Rajasthan completed my BCom, and then we have, okay, some advocate Umami Pillai. Abhishek is again BCom, and he wants to get a good placement, which is fair expectation. Sakshi Dutt is from Patna and completed BBA. Then we have FAC, MBA in marketing. Kushi Singh is from Patna and graduation BCom. Okay. And we also have Advocate Uma Pillai. Hi, Advocate Uma Pillai, most welcome to the class. Veer Kumar Singh from University of Bihar. Okay, BA. See, in IIMs, I'll tell you the first difference here is when I was a student there in IIM Lucknow from 2006 to 8, or even after that, I went to few of the IIMs to deliver some sessions. There also, you will find 80% of the public is BTech. And the rest 20% is BA, BCom, BBA, maybe MBBS and different courses. So that's the first difference. And BTech people, no matter how many jokes are there around the BTech people, yet I'll tell you, they naturally have good capability in terms of understanding technology and analytics. So that's one difference. And I'm not saying that it's not surmountable. You can, of course, go beyond. You can develop your analytical skills and you can also develop a tool for technology. Achi Verma is graduation from Maharashtra University. Aditya Mishra belongs to Kanpur. And okay, wants to know what is the difference between IIM students and us. So I just told you the first difference. We need to have a little mindset towards being friendly with technology, and of course, we need to develop some analytical skills. Okay, good, fair enough. I think we have spent the allotted time. Now let's get started with the session. I will just minimize the chat and let me also switch off my video so that you focus only on the content, maybe the slides, that's it. I don't want you to just keep on looking at me. I want you to focus on the content and make as many notes as you can today, because I personally feel and I have realized that people who make notes, they do much better in their career, in their life. Not only as a student, but also as an entrepreneur. I have many clients and vendors and many friends who are co-entrepreneurs. And I can tell you, people who are in the habit of keeping a diary and a pen with them always, they are much more successful than the others who are not in this habit of keeping a diary and a pen. In fact, I did this experiment at my home. My daughter is in class 3. She studies in DAV school, and her classes happen on Zoom now. Now, initially, for first 15, 20 days, she was doing the classes without any pen and paper in her hand. She was just sitting in front of the computer, listening just like watching a movie. But then I forced her to take a pen and a paper with her in her hand and make notes thoroughly. And I can tell you her grasping has gone up significantly. I do not know the exact number, but I can assume that at least by 50-60% her grasping has gone up. So I request you not only for today, but for other classes also, because the Zoom is going to be there, the online classes are going to be there for some time. And I request you to please keep a good notebook and a pen and be always and make notes of all the things you think, do not taking notes and do not rely on your memory. I hope that tip comes very handy. Okay, just allow me a minute. Let me switch off my video. This is done. Well, we are all set, but before I begin, I have just one more slide, and that slide is about myself. So though my introduction was read very well, but yet I just love telling a bit of story about myself so that people can correlate, because I know that most of the people from our kind of B school are maybe from Hindi medium schools, or maybe schools of different mediums, non-English mediums, and they come from villages, rural areas, and they think that the students who are in IIMs, they are born with silver spoon or maybe gold spoon, and they think that only the students from big cities can go to IIMs and can excel in their life. Just to break their barrier, I want to talk about my story a bit. I hope that that's okay. Are you ready to listen to my story? If yes, please type in yes in the chat window.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, type in yes in the chat window. I want to see a couple of yeses. People are typing yes. Yeah. Please go ahead. More. See, almost at I think 100. So I want to see at least 50, 60 yeses. Okay. Devika, thank you. Priyanka, Preeti, we got Saurav, Ruchita, Moksda, Ashwini, Mohit, Avnish, Rishika. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that gives me a fair amount of idea that all of you are interested in listening to my story a bit, and then of course we'll talk about how can you make your own story. Well, I was born in a very small village of Rajasthan, remote village of Rajasthan. I was brought up there till I was in class 10th. I went to a Hindi medium school. Though I went to a Hindi medium school, yet till class 10th I did not know how to speak in Hindi. And yes, you heard it right. I said I did not know how to speak in Hindi, because in my village, all the teachers, all the students, and even my home, everybody spoke dialect, which is Marwadi language in Rajasthan. So I grew up speaking that language, listening that language. Though I could write Hindi, I could read Hindi, but I could not speak fluent Hindi. And when I joined science mathematics in a nearby town's school, and there I faced a lot of challenges in terms of communicating to my classmates. So I started learning how to speak in Hindi, and it took me approximately 5-6 years to master Hindi. That means by fourth year of my engineering, I could speak good Hindi. But as you know that in engineering, the companies, when they come for placement, they do not look for people who can speak good Hindi, but they look for people who are good in communicating in English language. And that's a universal demand for almost all the MNCs. And my dream company at that time was a company called IBM India Private Limited, a great company. So that company came for campus placement, and we were a batch of 400 students at MNIT Jaipur. Out of 400, that company hired 44 people, and my name was not there in the list. Friends, I'll tell you, the company gave me the feedback then and there. The interviewing panel gave me the feedback. They said, Mukesh, you need to work on your communication skills. And I was taken aback that an engineering student is not being rejected for lack of engineering knowledge, but being rejected or not accepted, not being good in English communication skills. It's so important. So at that time, I resolved that if I ever work for any company, it has to be IBM, and I need to be good at English. So friends, at that time, after doing my engineering, let me tell you, I started learning how to speak English. And then during CAT preparation, I used to pay a lot of attention in terms of how to read, write, and speak good English. I was reasonably okay in studies, so I went to IIM Lucknow, and there students used to study HR management, they used to study marketing management, they used to study finance management, and maybe different subjects of strategy or operations or maybe accounting. But friends, let me tell you, I used to spend more time in how to speak in English. So I used to rehearse English presentations. I used to speak in front of mirror. I used to talk to myself in the hostel room, and that way I spent a lot of time in learning English. By end of MBA, I was not very good, but I was reasonably okay in English, and I was lucky that I joined IBM India Private Limited as a management consultant. So one dream was fulfilled that yes, if I ever work with any company, it has to be IBM. But then second dream was to speak good English, and I was still not able to speak good English. When I joined the company, I'll tell you, when somebody from IIM joins a company, people expect a lot from him. And when the person is not able to deliver to that expectation, in that case, people's expectations fail, fall flat, and then disappointment happens. And the same happened with me also. I could not deliver presentations confidently for my first 2 years at IBM. But then I kept trying, attended many trainings inside IBM, outside IBM, and then I spent some lakhs of rupees from my pocket, and of course IBM sponsored some of the trainings. But then friends, in 2012, in a training, I heard about an organization called Toastmasters International, and 2012, 31st January evening, 6:30 it was. So I joined the next morning on February 1, Toastmasters International as a member. And in the next 4.5 years, I grew to the highest rank of district director at a national level. So I was head of North and East India. Then I acquired Nepal, Bangladesh, and Bhutan also, and those parts became part of District 41. Our acquisition just means that we collaborated and they became part of our district North and East India in Toastmasters. And that year, my team would make world records in performance in all the three criteria. There are just three criteria: membership growth, number of clubs growth, and success of existing clubs. In all the three areas, we were able to make world records. That means world record means 95 years and 145 countries. All the performance records were shattered and new performance records were established. And I do not take the credit of the success, let me tell you. The success, 99% credit perhaps goes to my team. I can take maybe 1% credit because I was the one who set the vision and who set the goals and who used to encourage, who used to motivate, who used to keep my team charged up. And I used to ensure that we play the game with integrity. So in that way, I can pay 1% of the credit, but 99% goes to my team. So that's about me in terms of my career. In 2017, Toastmasters gave me a lot of confidence, and hence I quit my job also at IBM and started my journey as an entrepreneur with Muskurado Private Limited, which is a company in rewards and recognition. We serve corporates for improving the employee motivation, for improving the employee engagement, for improving the employee morale, and of course improving the balance sheet, the top line and bottom line of the company. by improving the productivity of the people. That's how it is. In 2018, 2019, rather in January, I published my first book, and that became Amazon's #1 bestseller. It's called Move Mountains One Story at a Time. And then on a popular demand from Hindi-speaking people, this was translated into Hindi. And then my third book, Drive Them in Top Gear, is in work in progress, and that will be launched or published in January 2021. So that's how the journey has been. I just love every single day of my journey as an entrepreneur. I just love interacting with the students, and hence, because of my passion, because of my desire to share what I know with the students at this early stage, I keep on delivering this kind of lessons to colleges, as well as I keep on training people in different companies. Even now, in fact, in COVID times, I'm going to deliver a training, physical face-to-face training on Saturday in a company here in Gurgaon. Yeah, that's going to be the first training in the last four months after the lockdown started. So that's how it is. I hope that you get a fair idea that I have good exposure in terms of fighting with problems and facing failures and then converting those failures into successes, be it as a student, be it as a leader in non-profit organization, or be it now as an entrepreneur. And today I'm going to share some good content with you, some really good content with you. I know you have some expectations from today's class, but I also have some expectations from you. And friends, I want you to raise your expectations, because whatever expectations you have will definitely be met. And I'm telling you this not from my overconfidence, but I'm telling you this from my experience of my interaction with students in many classes. Today, you are not going to witness something which is you can call it management gyan or something. I bring perspective or a confident student. Forget about IIMs. You can beat anybody. You can beat your IIMs. You can beat anybody. You can beat your own comments again and again and again. You should follow these principles. Today, I'm not going to share you 20 principles or 21 irrefutable laws of that ways. I want to share just 5. You can count on your fingers of one hand. Just 5 such principles. If you just memorize those principles, if you just remember those principles, and if you try to follow, I'm not even saying that you need to follow with 100% accuracy. If you can try to follow these principles, then you will be there, you will be true, and you will have a great career. That's my guarantee. So I hope you have raised your expectations, yes or no? If yes, type in the chat window, yes, I have raised. Yes, I have raised. Yes, I have raised my expectations. Okay? Not reached, raised. RAISED. I have raised my expectations. Wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. See, I have a mentor, and he always says that bhag lo ya bhag lo. Let me repeat, he says bhag lo ya bhag lo. So if you understand Hindi, and I'm sure most of you do understand Hindi, bhag lo means participate, and bhag lo means run away. So he says either you participate or you run away. So today, my expectation is only one, very simple and reasonably fair. And that expectation is you need to pay attention and participate. So participate means you of course need to participate through chat. And at times, if I feel that I need to give you control for speaking, then of course you can speak as well. But otherwise, please keep your microphone muted so that we do not experience a lot of noise. So friends, you need to participate. And you have been participating since the beginning of the session for I think almost 20 odd minutes. So the first thing which you need to do right now is raise your expectations. And when I say raise your expectations, I say that raise your expectations not by 45 degrees, but fully. Raise your expectations totally. And I also have a lot of expectations today. And all the expectations I can tell you will be met. And in case those are not met, then we'll have some time or Q&A, and you can ask some questions. And Q&A is my most favorite type of interaction with students, because there you can actually hit the nail on the head. You can give the solution to the problem which they are facing, and not something which I like or not something which I found good in some book. Though I'm a voracious reader, I read a lot of books, yet today something I want to share with you is not going to be bookish. So I hope you have raised your expectations. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we begin? If you want me to begin, just say, bring it on. Just say BIO. Just type BIO. Just type BIO. Bring it on. Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I want more excitement from people. Yes, bring it on. BIO, BIO. Everybody, everybody, all the people, all the students, all the students. Yes, just type BIO. I want you to be on the peak level of energy and peak level of excitement, because if you're excited, learning is going to be multiplied. So today, you're going to learn a lot. And I can guarantee to all the faculty members who have joined today that even if you directly make the students appear in an exam after the session, they will remember every single thing which I want to talk about today. It's a big claim, but I'm making this claim on your behalf. I expect that you will give you 100%, you will participate, and you'll learn everything from today's class. Yes? Okay, wonderful. So let me bring it on, because you all want me to bring it on. Just, here we go. This is your first consignment. You may not be able to do it now, right now, but I want you to install this particular statement, this quote, in your head and heart both. Please type it down, not in the chat window, write it in your diary with your pen. I have read 11 books by Robin Sharma, and I love this quote the most. He says, everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. I have seen it so many times in my life and in the lives of many other students. I'll tell you a success story. I used to be a member board of directors in an engineering institutions at Jaipur from 2008 to 2012. I was member board of directors in an engineering institution in Jaipur, and I told this thing to a student in first year, and 4 years later, he wrote me on Facebook in Messenger. He sent me a message. He said, "Sir, because of that one statement that day 4 years back, today I joined IIT Kanpur for MTech, and I realized my dream. I was in a very normal engineering college, but now I am an IITian because of that one statement." That's just one example. Another student, her name is Ankita. She is from Faridabad. He wrote me on Facebook after many years, I think 3-4 years. He said that, "Sir, when I was in second year, I met you, and because of that one statement which I installed in my mind, today I joined Infosys. I thank you for that one statement." So I have numerous case studies of this statement. If people install, if people engrave, if they emboss, if they tattoo this statement in their mind, in their head and heart, in that case, they end up doing amazing things in life. I can tell you, if you forget everything from today's class, and if you remember only this one thing, just this one thing, will be true in life. You will be very cautious in terms of not creating anything negative in your mind, because you know that if it is created in your mind, then it may happen in reality. And you'll be conscious in creating something positive every single day in your mind, because you know that if you create something in your mind, it gets tattooed there, and you cannot remove that tattoo. It's not a temporary tattoo which the kids get created in birthday parties. It's a permanent tattoo, let me tell you. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. So I hope you have noted it down in your diary with pen. And I want you to believe, I want you to create a beautiful picture in your mind. Just imagine you have the career of your own choice, you have the car of your own choice, you have the house of your own choice, and maybe the spouse also of your own choice. Yeah. So just imagine a beautiful life, a perfect life. Just imagine a great career. Do not get intimidated by Corona. Do not get intimidated by COVID. history has seen more severe situations than COVID. If COVID is one threat, then there are maybe 10 opportunities. We just need to recognize, we need to identify those opportunities. And I'll tell you this, let me give you a glimpse. One of those opportunities is earlier, if you wanted to join some big US company, some blue chip company from Silicon Valley, in that case, you need to be in the USA. There was visa problem, there was ticket problem, there were so many problems, and you need to spend so much of money in taking a house on rent and blah, blah, blah. But now those companies are hiring people from even remote villages in India. A student from Bihar, a student from Rajasthan, a student from Chhattisgarh or Jharkhand, any village, if he has a good internet connection and deserving candidate, that student can become part of big companies like Amazon and Google and can join their offices, maybe Seattle or any other cities or towns in the US. See, yesterday we dispatched 160 joining kits to the employees of a company. They just joined the company from home and they have started working from home. I don't know when they will be coming to their office for the first time, but they are being given a laptop and a joining kit at home. 3-4 days ago, we dispatched 57 water sippers as goodies to people who have done a great job in their company as gift items. Good Milton water sippers engraved with their names in the company logo. So even today, I'll tell you, people are getting prizes, getting awards, getting gifts, and joining companies. So this is one opportunity. Not get intimidated by Corona, not at all. Just be cautious, just be careful, not take it lightly. You need to be take precautions, yet you need to be hopeful about the future. And if you have hope, you have what it takes to be a leader, because a leader is a dealer in hope, I can tell you. You need to have high hope for the future and create a beautiful image. Just imagine that you are going to have a great career, great future. Even if you do not speak good English, even if you do not know management concepts. So this is assignment number 1, and during the class today, I will be asking you again and again and again. I hope you have memorized this code. Just memorize it. Just type it. Just write it in your diary. Everything is created twice. First in the mind and then in reality. Yep, this is my most favorite quote from Robin Sharma. Well, the weather is good. If the road is good, there are not many potholes on the road, and there are not waterlogging on the road. The weather is amazing. Everybody would like to go on long drive. Even the people who do not know how to drive, they also, I'm sure, they would love to go on long drive. Air is pure. There is natural fragrance of water and land, and maybe some flora and fauna outside. People would want to go on long drive. Yes or no? Do you want to go on long drive? If yes, just type yes, I want. Yes, I want. Yes, I want. Just type yes, I want. Who wants to go on a long drive? And today I'll take you on a long drive. And you want to enjoy that long drive. Yes, 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 I want. Just type yes, I want. I see almost 30-40 yeses, but yes, there are 100 people. Yes, I want. Yes, I want. If you can drive, it's amazing. If you cannot drive, I'll teach you the basic lessons of driving today. Basic lessons of driving today. Yes, this class is going to be driving, how to drive the car and drive your student life in the best possible direction, and then of course how to drive your career, how to drive your life. Okay, so most of you want to drive in this beautiful weather, amazing cool weather. It's not hot, it's not cold, just the perfect weather outside. Good. Yes. Yeah, people want to go on a long drive. Sure, let's get started on the drive. In that case, I will just ignite the engine with the keys, and of course the car will start and we will go on a long drive. And people who do not know how to drive, of course, they need to learn basic lessons of driving. Even if you do not have a license, driving license, then also it's okay. You can learn the basic lessons of driving. And today's class is going to be about the lessons of driving, friends. Yeah. So this is the beginning of the class. What do you see here in the slide? What do you see here in the slide? Please type in the chat window. What can you see here in the slide? Yep. Please type in the chat window. What can you see in this slide here? You see a dashboard? Yes, you see dashboard. Remember, Arjuna was seeing the eye of the bird, bird's eye. Okay, dashboard of Hyundai Verna. Oh my God. Oh my God. Allah Day, you are awesome. You can even recognize the model of Hyundai. Wow. Okay. Somebody can see steering, somebody can see music system. Oh yes, music system is needed if you're going on a long drive in this kind of weather. Dashboard, gearbox. Thank you, Saurabh. You are noticing something different. You can see a gear. How many gears do we have in this car? How many gears? 5 or 6? And then of course a reverse gear as well. Aditya can see AC also. AC is not needed, man. We'll just roll up the windows, the glass. Somebody's dream, okay, 5 years, dashboard, driving system, music in Punjabi song, so wow. This is awesome. I love Abhishek, I love this. Seats, okay, 2 seats. Oh, I can't, nobody's sitting at it now. Steering, dashboard, empty seat, okay, no driver. Not steering, we are steering on it, but this is steering. Speed motor, interior of the car, okay, I want some more responses. I want 5 desired responses, and out of those 5, I have just got 1 response, and that is here. Interior of car, okay. Something more, yes. See deeper, see. Malhotra. Guys, give a big round of applause to China. Big round of applause. There is emoticon option in the chat in the room. Use emoticons and give a big round of applause to China. Thank you, China. Thank you so much. It's not a physical face-to-face class. Otherwise, I would have given you some gifts physically face-to-face. Yeah. But thank you so much for bringing it up. So Tina can see ABC, and then somebody said, yeah, there's one more thing. Steering, of course. Yeah. A couple of you said steering. Many of you said steering. Okay. Good. I got my response, desired response. So let's get started. Now people see, what do they see? They see these things. ABC, A for accelerator. Yeah, though it's very dim, very dark, but yet this is visible. Accelerator, brake, clutch, gear, and steering. Thank you, China, for the response. So you see accelerator, you see brake, you see clutch, you see gear, you see steering. And my friends, if you learn these 5 things today, in that case, you'll be able to drive your car of career or car of life beautifully well, not only in the MBA college, but also in life. And you will beat anybody and everybody in the world. You just need to be good at these 5 things. Yes or no? I think if you can learn these 5, people who know driving and they drive day in and day out, they understand it so well that if you have the control on accelerator, you have the control on brake, on clutch, on gear, on steering. In that case, of course, you can drive the car very well. So you need a bit of practice. But the practice will happen only when you actually use these 5 instruments, 5 components of the car's driving system. Yes or no? So
Mukesh sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So they're saying that your voice is becoming feeble. Can you check your sound system?
Okay. Thank you so much for that feedback. I will be happy to do that. What about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, it's audible now, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that feedback. I really appreciate it. Okay, so here we are with accelerator, brake, clutch, gear, and steering. Folks, I'm sure at least half of you know driving. If you do not know driving and you are not yet married, I would say go join a driving school. If I do not have any connections for getting some incentives, or it's not affiliate marketing with driving schools, yet I'll tell you from experience. My girlfriend left me because did not know driving. And I am serious. I'm not joking. I think it was year 2009 or 10, I believe, early 2010. I didn't know how to drive, and my girlfriend told me that you do not even know how to drive. What age do you belong to? And then I said, okay. Jokes, jokes apart, and this was not a joke, this was a true story. But yet you need to learn driving, but even if you do not know proper driving, today let's learn these 5 lessons which will help us drive the life, not only a car. Yeah, so let's get started. A is not accelerator in our perspective, this is just a metaphor. Yeah, B is not brake. Brake as in B-R-A-K-E, there's a difference in spelling, and C is not clutch, D is not gear, S is not steering. These 5 letters stand for different words, and these words will make you different from the world. If you can master these words, you do not need to worry about any degree, or maybe you do not need to worry about better students being available in the market from IIMs or anywhere. I tell you, not all students from IIMs get good placements, and not all students from non-IIM institutes get bad placements. All type of people are available everywhere. Whenever you improve work ethics, you excel, and whenever you fail in work ethics, even if you are a part of prestigious institutions or good companies, you fail. So everything boils down to work ethics. But for a student who is doing an MBA, work ethics is A, B, C, G, and S. If you just work on these 5 things, then you become the best. And I hope you remember what Robin Sharma said. Can you please type, somebody, just type that in the chat window. Even if one response is good. Yeah, I want somebody to type that. What Robin Sharma said. Everything is created what? Please type somebody. One of you. Let's see who goes first. Fastest finger first. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody is typing. I can see people typing. I'm going to right, but before that, I want to see that statement, that quote by Robin Sharma. Somebody please type that. Oh yes, everything is created twice. Once in mind and
once in reality.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now so many people are typing. Hey, my friends. We need to learn management concepts and fundamentals by heart, and I didn't say by head. Starts from head, but then it goes down to the heart. We need to learn management concepts and fundamentals by heart. If somebody asks you questions from marketing management, from operations management, from finance management, you should be able to tell them. If somebody asks you questions from HR management, you should be able to respond to them. Though we will be going ahead with the specializations in the second year, or some of you have already applied in doing this specialization, yet I need to tell you that the knowledge has to be in T shape. Now, T means you need to know basics of everything, and then in detail, in-depth knowledge of one thing. Yeah, if you have knowledge I shape, that will not be rewarded as much as T shaped knowledge is rewarded. T means you need to know the basics, a straight line, left to right line of T denotes the basic knowledge of everything. The vertical line, straight, that denotes the in-depth knowledge of one subject. If the subject can be marketing management, in that also you can go deep and master just one micro niche. And I can tell you today the saying is niche will make you rich. You need to know the niche. But before that, you need to learn management concepts and fundamentals by heart. Awareness means you need to be aware of these things, my friends. And for becoming aware of, you need to do many things, not one thing, not 2 things, not even 3. You need to do many things. Now, one of those common things is you need to be available in all the classes. You do not know what the teacher is going to teach that day. There can be something amazing. There can be something life-changing. There can be something which directly impacts your grades. There can be something which directly impacts your interview results in a company. just be curious as a child and expect a lot to be learned from the faculty that day. It can be any faculty. You may have regard or you may not have regard, yet have the regard for this A will give you accelerated growth in your life. And that is, and I can tell you all the knowledge is available on Google, and all the knowledge is available on YouTube and maybe wide teachers are catalysts. If you are learning with the type of teacher, then one must yeah, 3 plus 3 may not be 6. It can be, plus can be shifted a bit and you can get a result of 9. Yeah, teachers must be respected a lot. I really respect all the teachers a lot, be it my teacher or somebody else's teacher. Teachers are directly contributing in the economy of the world. They are helping a lot. They are warriors. May not be corona warriors, but warriors. They help us a lot. So I tell all the students that please attend all the classes, even if you do not expect to learn something new, then also attend. I'll tell you one live story here. See, I have been very, very finicky about class attendance. I used to get an award in my school and college every year of being 100% present in all the classes. And even now, I'll tell you something about BNI. I used to be president of BNI chapter in Gurgaon. I used to be president of earnings. And I can tell you, in 27 months, I have not missed even one single day. I've been there every single Tuesday on time before, not even late, not even substituted by somebody on commission. Because if you want to do something by heart, you actually do that. You need to bring it on to be present. And I was telling you a story that when I was preparing for CAT, of course, I was not born with a silver spoon. I had my own challenges. People used to discuss, problems, and I used to discuss English words. That what is the meaning of this word? I didn't understand. I used to roam around with a dictionary in my hand, English to Hindi, but yet I was regular. So I'll tell you, before CAT, mock CATs happened. I hope you heard about mock CATs. The coaching institutions like Time and PT and all other coaching institutions, they have mock CATs. So I joined Time Jaipur and I used to be in the classes every evening, but on Sunday they used to have mock CAT, and on Thursday evening they used to have the analysis of the mock CAT. What went right, what went wrong, how should have we attempted the questions and all. And initially, when the coaching started in the month of June or July, there used to be almost 300 students in the classes, in the mock CAT classes on Thursday evenings. Initially, I'll tell you, जब mock CAT का analysis होता था Thursday की शाम को, तो हॉल पूरा खटाखट भरा रहता था, लोग खड़े रहते थे और बिना फैन के, बिना एसी के वहां पर खड़े खड़े 2 घंटे 2.5 घंटे मेहनत करके पूरे क्लास का mock CAT analysis देखा करते थे. But as the time progressed, the attendance, if I would have missed that one class, so that was the value of that one class. Just imagine, by attending one class, somebody can land up in IIMs. So this kind of things keep on happening in everybody's life all the time, but we don't realize, we don't value things that much. So please, number one, of course, is you need to attend classes, then you need to learn your syllabus books, and you also need to go beyond the syllabus books. So read what Elon Musk from Tesla is doing. Read about different companies, read about biographies of business people, maybe Steve Jobs' biography, maybe somebody else's, maybe Ratan Tata's biography, maybe Narayan Murthy's books from Infosys. So read books by these great people, because इन किताबों में इन लोगों के लाइफ का निचोड़ होता है. बेस्ट से बेस्ट नॉलेज, बेस्ट से बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस, बेस्ट से बेस्ट तरीके से वो प्रेजेंट करने की कोशिश करते हैं, और आपके सामने प्रेजेंट करने से पहले 10 बार एडिटर उनको रिव्यू करता है. आई स्पेशली फील दैट इन बुक्स में सिलेबस की बुक से भी ज्यादा अच्छा ज्ञान होता है. Who's with me? From all of you. Just 9 of you are with me, and rest of you are not with me, it seems like. Maybe 10, okay? Just type with you, with you. Gayatri type, I do get 100% attendance award. This is amazing. I can tell you, people might think that we are mad, but this instills a lot of discipline in our mind, a lot of discipline. And it gives good belief system that yes, if I decide to do something, I can do it with 100% accuracy. So that belief is powerful. Maybe you do not learn anything in the class. I agree with that. It may happen. But your belief, it changes. That is truly, truly powerful. Okay? So more people. I want more yeses. Just type with you, more people. Yes, just type with you. I want to see who's with me. Okay, thank you, Mukul, Mohit, Diksha, Saurabh. Thank you, Mahima. Rajsri just typed with you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Priyanka is typing yes. Pallab, yes. Thank you so much, Pallab, for the round of applause. Aditya, yes. Namrata, Preeti, Saurabh Sarkar again and again and again. Yes, thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, with you. Via Nicholas says with you. Okay. Rahul says yes. Okay. Ashwini is saying with you. Ashwini Patil, thank you so much for interacting. Mohit is saying with me. Okay. Okay. Cool. I am super duper excited, folks. And see, on your behalf, I have committed to the faculty that even if you appear in an exam immediately after the class gets over, and they ask anything from the class, you'll score 100% marks. How much? 100% marks. Yeah. And the first thing which we learned is A of accelerator. You can press the accelerator as much as you can. You can get as much knowledge as you can. And let me tell you, knowledge is not power. People may say that knowledge is power, and people also at times argue. अगर knowledge ही power है तो Google सबसे powerful है. Google के पास सब कुछ है. Google सब जानती है. YouTube सब जानता है. I will tell you that is just knowledge. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Libraries do not have the capability to apply the knowledge themselves. YouTube or Google does not have the capability to connect the dots or apply the knowledge themselves. But we, as students and human beings, we can read, we can learn, and we can apply the knowledge ourselves. So if you can apply the knowledge, then of course you are powerful. That is power. I hope you understand the difference. Applied knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. But you can apply the knowledge only when you have it. For that, of course, the step number one is you need to have it. For that, you need to increase the awareness or press the accelerator or improve your knowledge, whatever you call it. Well, now is the time to go to the second concept of driving your life with good speed towards success. And the second thing is break, but that break, puts you on a halt. BRAKE. Of course, we need to have that break to apply that now and then wisely. Today's break is not BRAKE. For you, it is BREAK. I hope you understand the difference. Take a break from being ordinary. Take a break from being ordinary. See, you agree with it or not, we all of us have been being ordinary for long time. And now it's the time to take a break from being ordinary and move towards being extraordinary, my friends. And the difference is very small. In fact, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, I made a YouTube video on this, and that's available on my channel with my name, Mukesh Lothia. This is the only difference between all the successful people and failure people. They always deliver extra. They always do extra. How much extra, nobody knows. Even if you do 1% extra, then somebody who is competing with you, then of course you win. In CAT, when you go to IIMs, in CAT, the percentile is 99.01, 02, 03, 04. That is hundreds of students. Thousands of students come in 1%. 1%. Yeah. So every single point, every single little extra means a lot. Always try to give extra, take a break from being ordinary and try to be extra always. So henceforth, every day, in the morning, in the evening, in the day, in the night, just think and ask a question to yourself, am I playing small? Am I being ordinary now? Or am I moving towards being extraordinary? Or am I moving towards being an excellent, excellent person or a contributor or a student? Yeah, someday if the fate has it, then of course I'll deliver another session to all of you, and that is how to be a linchpin. 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 Just search in Google sometime. Linchpin, a very very small pin. Linchpin is a very very small pin. That keeps the entire wheel or maybe the entire system or structure together. Right? How to be a linchpin, and that's the topic of my training in a company on Saturday. It's going to be a physical face-to-face training. Yeah? So just to, if you start doing small extra things, then you can be a linchpin, my friend. Linchpin means being indispensable. Companies cannot give you a pink slip. They cannot let you go. I'll give you another example of being a linchpin. See, I told you my struggle with Hindi and English, but in 2000 and when I think 2012, I joined a project in IBM. When I was inducted in the project, I met with my manager and I asked him about the project. And he explained that this client is there in 17 African countries. And I was awestruck. I said, oh, wow, that's amazing. It's truly global project. He said, yes, it's there in 17 African countries. And in those African countries, there are 100 people in the project. And we, of course, at times go and deliver or at times we work remotely. And then I asked him next question that how many of us know French language, because I found that out of those 17, 8 countries were francophone countries, which means French is the language there, official language there. And he told me a response which I didn't like, but then I liked. So initially he said, none of the 100 people can speak French. And I thought, then how are we going to deliver the project in French countries? But then I found an opportunity there and I thought, let me do that little extra, learn some French. I have learned Hindi, I have learned English, I can learn third language also. Let me learn French and I will be a linchpin, I'll be extraordinary here. So my friends, next morning, I joined Alliance Francaise and started learning French. I completed my certifications A1, A2, B1, B2. I completed all the 4 certifications for speaking, reading, writing, and listening French. And then I went to French countries, I met with the clients, delivered them training in French, converted PPTs and MS Word documents in French, and I talked to them in French. I attended meetings in French, and when senior people, they used to have meetings with the senior people from the client side. They used to have me with them so that if they speak a bit of French, I can help them. At times, email used to come in French, and I was called to translate that email into English. Because at times, if you go to translator in Google, that can do something else. अर्थ का अनर्थ भी create कर सकते हैं. या फॉर एग्जाम्पल हेड जो होता है इंग्लिश में HEAD, हेड मतलब 2 होते हैं. एक आपका हेड होता है एक्चुअली जो आपका सर जो होता है, दूसरा आपका हेड होता है हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट, राइट? सो देयर इज वन वर्ड फॉर हेड in English, but in French there are 2 different words. Yeah, so you need a human intervention there. I learned French, and then of course I was very well sought after, resource in the entire project. Yeah, so just take a break from being ordinary always. Just think that how can I be extraordinary today? What can I learn extra today? What can I give extra today? What initiative can I take today so that I become extraordinary? I hope you get it. Yeah? So if you get it, then we can move to the next. But before that, I want you to type awareness and everybody. Just type awareness and break in. Yeah, everybody, all the students. Awareness and break. Yes, point one is awareness, point two is break. And please do not type BRAKE. Huh? Yep. Yes, you're right. Everybody, you're right. Yes, all of you, all of you, all of you. Yeah, so here is the most favorite point out of all these 5 points today. Yeah. So third point in driving is clutch. In becoming the best student and becoming competent like students from IIMs, you need to have this C on place. Yeah? And this C is not clutch, but something else. But before I bring it to you, I need to see a request from you that bring it on. Just type, bring it on. Just type, bring it on. 50 people at least. Yeah, please type, bring it on. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Something which can change your life entirely, 100%. Everybody needs to work on it. Bring it on. Yes. Bring it on. All of you, all of you, all of you. Yes. Please type, bring it on. It's very difficult to engage people in remote classes because some of you might be sleeping on bed and taking the class from mobile phone. Yeah, some of you taking from the car, from office, from home, different places, different environment. So we cannot engage you physically, and hence these are the ways of keeping your attention on the top level so that you learn more. Otherwise, there is no fun for me to get all this from you. It's for your benefit. So please type, bring it on. Yes. You can type BIO or bring it on. Yeah. Oh my God, Mohit has typed 3 times, 4 times. Oh wow, he's still continuing to type. Bring it on, bring it on. Yes. Third element, my friends. I hope you're loving the class so far. Okay, and of course, when you type, then I also get a message that yes, you are able to listen to me. And when you do not type, then of course I get a signal that you are not able to listen to me. Okay, so now is the time to unveil the third component of being an excellent driver for your life, for your career. And my friends, the third component is also my most favorite component out of these five. And third component here is you need to be master of communication skills. Communication is the most important skill you can develop ever. This is evergreen skill. If you learn some technology, some concept, something, you might not pursue career in that direction, or maybe that skill may become outdated ever. But this skill, communication, will never ever be outdated in the lifetime. Though the ways and means might change a bit, but yet it will be the most important skill ever. Without mastering this skill, you can't change gears in your career. See, the importance of clutch is when you want to change the gear, you change the you press the clutch. Yeah? Without pressing the clutch, you cannot change the gear of the car. Similarly, without improving, without developing your own communication skills, my friends, we all cannot change the gears. We cannot go in the top gear. If you're driving in the second gear, you want to go to the third gear, you need to improve your communication aspect. If you want to go to the fourth gear, you need to still improve your communication aspect. If you want to go to the fifth gear, you need to improve your communication aspect. Every time you need to press the clutch before changing the gear. Yes or no? People who drive or not driving, they understand this. They understand this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Before you change the gear to the top gear, you need to improve your communication skills. Yeah? And the first statement, which is in white, it says communication is the most important skill. It's not my original statement. It is by somebody called Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Stephen Covey. Yes. Now I'll tell you some practical tips on how to improve communication skills. And I feel that I am a good person. I'm the right person to guide you here in terms of how to improve communication skills because I have done it. As I told, I was not born with a silver spoon because I was born in a village, and I'm very proud of my parents and my village and my home and everything, because that was needed for me to be here. If I would have born in a very high-fi class which already speaks English, I would not have been telling this story to you today. So I'm very proud of my roots, but yet I'll tell you the journey I've traveled makes me the right person to tell you how to improve your communication skills. Today also I have my own struggles. I may not be the best, yet I feel that I'm competent enough to convey my point. And I'll tell you, in 2005, I was not hired by IBM because I was not good in communication skills. In 2017, they did not accept my resignation for many weeks or maybe months because they felt it's easy to find people who are good in technology, but difficult to find people who are good in communication skills. They felt I was good in communication skills. So this is a paradigm shift, 180-degree shift. Somebody is not being hired as a developer because he is not good in communication skills, and then he's not being fired because he is good in communication skills. Yeah. So are you ready to listen to those secrets that how can you improve your communication skills? If you are ready, just type I am ready. I am ready. I'm waiting for your responses before I start. I can see 23 responses already. Wow, the speed is so fast. Dr. Harsali Gomse, okay, let me just accept her in the room. Okay, 39 people have responded so far. I want to see at least 60, 70 responses. Just type I am ready. I am ready. Yeah, 47 of you, 50 of you. Oh, wow, that's amazing. I'm extremely delighted with your participation, and I'm really grateful to all of you for the participation because that gives me the energy to deliver my best. Okay, so folks, I'll tell you the secret of improving your communication skills. Before telling you the secret, I'll repeat the same statement, which says everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. First of all, change your belief system. See, you are doing MBA from such a good institute, IICMR. You have the privilege of listening to great teachers and faculty. I know in this entire orientation program, we want to listen to so many amazing people, the best of the best, cream de la cream, as I say. And thanks to the lockdown and the COVID times, though I hate this, yet in this way it's a boon. Anybody from any corner of the world, you can have access to. Had it been physical one-to-one orientation, you may not have listened to me perhaps, but now you're listening to me, and there will be many more teachers who are much better than me. You just need to keep your curiosity gears on. Yeah. So we're talking about the secrets of communication skills. So number one, you need to change your belief that yes, you are good in communication. You're not the best. You're not the best. Even I'm not the best. I have my room for improvement. And with this, just let me take a minute to request to maybe Kulkarni ma'am or somebody else who's the organizer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Avna Srivastava, but there I think there is some cap of 100 participants, and there are almost 50-60 people who are waiting outside. Because I see when anybody drops, some new person joins, one drops, one joins. So we are stuck at 97, 98, 99. So please see if you can do something from the background. And the folks, people who are there in the class, you are lucky ones, please be there. And make sure that you do not get dropped, else you might not be able to get access to the class again. I feel that there is some capping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are seeing. We look at it, sir. You can continue the session, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So we are talking about how to improve communication skills, and the first thing I'm telling you is please improve your self-belief or improve your own confidence level. Just believe that you are good at communication and you need to improve. All of us need to improve. Because I'm sure, see, if you can understand what I'm saying today, I can guarantee that you are able to understand. Else, you will not be responding to my questions so fast. Else, you will not be so attentive. अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा तो आप क्विकली छोड़ के चले जाओगे और आप अभी तक पीए में छोड़ के नहीं गए दैट मींस आपको सब समझ में आ रहा है एंड यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड माय लैंग्वेज टुडे दैट मींस यू आर देयर इन टर्म्स ऑफ लिसनिंग you are typing in the chat window with such a fast speed that means you are there in typing writing also and I'm sure you are reasonably good in speaking as well as reading both. Yeah, so you are there 70%, 65%, 80%. You just need to make it a little better, maybe 81, maybe 82, maybe 99, 95, that is. Just improve it. That's one thing. And second thing is, from today, decide that every single day you will do something or the other to improve your communication skills. And when I say improve your communication skills, you need to listen to maybe YouTube videos which are in English. You need to listen to YouTube podcast, English podcasts. You need to maybe listen to English books. You need to read English books. You need to listen to news or whatever. Right. So listening, reading, and then of course every day you need to write. And when you write, even if you're chatting on WhatsApp, try to make it very, very, grammatical language. Do not use small acronyms and all those things. Yeah, people just keep on using lot of acronyms, and that spoils the language skills of the youngsters. So from today onwards, maybe if people call you boring and you are not looking so cool, that's okay. But try to be disciplined and restrain yourself when you want to write some small things. Do not write those acronyms and all. The chat that language. Always try to type properly and slowly try to maybe write your own blog. It can be a private blog, and every day you write 100 words, 200 words, 300 words, and you try to improve that language. So that way you can improve. But now the master stroke or the master secret of improving your communication skills, which I used in my life, and I feel that this is actually the best secret in the entire world to improve your communication skills. I have attended fair number of trainings inside IBM and outside IBM, and I have delivered also fair number of trainings. I can tell you nothing works as or even near to the pedagogy or the way Toastmasters International clubs work. There are so many clubs in India. I think we have more than 1,000 clubs in India, Toastmasters clubs. I'm so proud to tell you that the sister concern of IICMR in Gurgaon, it's called RGI, Regional Group of Institutions. They have their own Toastmasters Club in the campus. But now, right now, the Toastmasters clubs are happening online on Zoom. It's not physical face-to-face meeting right now. I'm sure for next couple of months, maybe 3 more months, 4 more months, these meetings will remain on Zoom. So make maximum out of these 3-4 months and attend almost 2-3 meetings every single week. Yes, there are 17,000 clubs in the entire world. You can attend meetings of almost all the clubs anywhere in the entire world, be it Europe, be it Asia, be it Australia, be it USA, be it anywhere in the entire world. So what you can do is go to Facebook and find some groups and join those groups, and there they will publish. They keep on publishing their posters for upcoming meetings, and they give their Zoom IDs, and these are free for you to join as a guest. Join as a guest, and if you understand, if you like their pedagogy, then of course you can join them as a member. If you join them as a member, and I'll tell you, joining Toastmasters does not help. Let me repeat. Joining Toastmasters does not help, but being a serious Toastmaster actually helps a lot. It helps a lot. Yeah. So of course you need to be master at something, and for becoming master, practice alone is not enough. Practice should not be counted in number of years. Practice means you do the practice in front of right people with right people. They give you right feedback. From there you improve. And in Toastmasters, you deliver what can be improved and how to tell you in terms of grammar how to be fair. And they also tell us how many filler words and what filler words did we use. They also let us know in terms of timing how to be fair. For example, let's say time for a session is 10 minutes and we just cover 10% of that session in 10 minutes. It's not good for us.
Your voice.
Once again, in terms of timing, how to be fair. What's the problem? Hello? These are on Zoom, you can of course join. Yeah, so attend those meetings, maybe 3, 4, 5 meetings, free of course, absolutely. And then if you love the concept, then of course you think of joining and join as soon as possible because it will take some time to improve your communication skills. You can't really be a master of communication skills in a day or a week or a month or even a year. It takes time to fine tune every single thing. You will deliver something, you get feedback, you deliver something, you get feedback, you work on the feedback again and again and again and again. And then, of course, you keep on polishing your skills. So if you join Toastmasters, then everything else will be taken care of. But do whatever, improve your communication skills. And this concludes our third element of driving your life, fast, speed, and safely. Yeah, so element number 1 was awareness. Element number 2 was break. Take a break from being ordinary and try to become extraordinary by doing small things on a daily basis, which propel your life towards positivity, towards excellence, towards success. And third element, which is clutch, or we call it communication here, is this one. I just told you about communication. Now, are you ready for the fourth element? Just type 4, numeric 4. Just type 4, numeric 4, just 4. Yeah, just type 4 and press enter. Number 4. Number 4. Yes. So you are ready for the fourth point. And the fourth point in terms of driving, what is that? Can anyone speak? What is fourth point in driving?
Yes.
Students from IIMs, I have never met with anybody so far in my 35 years of age, biological age. Yeah, nobody. In fact, I remember I was in Pune in 2013 in the month of June last week. And there I had the privilege of meeting with the founder and chairman of Phenolics Industries, Mr. P.P. Thabadia. And his book had just got launched and published. Depend on the mentor and mentee both, but it depends more on the mentee, maybe 80% on the mentee and 20% on the mentor. So find mentor. And I, in my life, I'll tell you, have always been blessed with some of the most amazing people on the planet as my mentors. And somehow, I think it's God's grace that, another quote by Robin Sharma says that a teacher appears when the student is ready. A teacher appears, I think it's Chinese proverb, which is written there in one of his books. A teacher appears when the student is ready. So it seems when I was curious, I needed the most. God helped me and gave me a mentor, different mentors at different places. After class 10th, when I wanted to go for taking arts in class 11, somebody came in my life and said, Mukesh, you are made for mathematics, join mathematics, take science maths in class 11th, opt for that. And I'll tell you, I opted for that and never regret. I'm so happy, grateful to that person. Yes, I opted for this. I hope you can see my slide now. Yes, can somebody speak?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I cannot really overemphasize the importance of mentoring, though communication is the thing. Yet, with the help of mentor, you can make communications journey or knowledge gaining journey or anything fast, very fast. See, there is beauty in having mentors. You can be more right, more correct, more accurate, and you can be very, very fast, and you can get support. In today's time, getting support is extremely important. It's crucial. And even in the field of solo performance, let's say you talk about Sachin Tendulkar's career, or maybe MS Dhoni, who just retired from cricket, his career, or maybe talk about Amitabh Bachchan or any famous Hollywood, Bollywood, or maybe sports professional. They are solo performance, just alone, single people. Yet, I'll tell you, their performance also depends on their team and their mentors. They may look like a king to us from the screen, but actually, they toil under the guidance of their mentors. They have their physical fitness mentors, they have their mental sharpness mentors, and they have so many mentors. Yeah, so we all need to find good mentors and be in their guidance. And finding good mentor, I think the first requirement is we need to be good mentee, good student, curious student who believes in execution. आपको जो कहा जाएगा वो आप करेंगे, आप वहां पर तर्क वितर्क नहीं करेंगे. Yeah, of course, this is fourth. So I hope you are thorough so far with all the four elements. Of course, driving we know, but what about being a great student, as competent as students from IIMs? Can you type all the four elements and just give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 and type all the four elements of being as competent student as students of IIMs? I will give you a break of maybe 1 minute, 100 seconds almost. Rupita, thank you so much for writing it in the best possible way where people can understand. Yes, thank you. Kriti, thank you so much. We have Bia's response. We also have Uma's response. Perhaps Advocate Uma is the most participative student today. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really grateful to all of the people who are participating and helping me fulfill the objective of the session, which was to build this knowledge in your mind. Okay, thank you, Devika. People are writing one, please do not write in bits and pieces. I'll tell you, this is one of the weaknesses or lacuna of uh, typing or writing. It's called tiered communication, if you do not know the name. Tiered communication is, let's say somebody asks you, give me your address. So I type Mukesh and then enter. Then I type house number this and enter. Then I type city this and enter. So I see 20 pop-ups for just getting the address, which is not a good practice if you want to be a great communicator. It puts off many people, especially me. How to get everything together, because you want to copy that and paste that and do something with the information. When we want to read that in one go, it's not possible. So let's be more structured, let's be more organized and give information the way it is expected. Yeah? So I love the response from Apurva. She's writing in the best possible way. First letter is capital and the number is dotted, 1 dot awareness, 2 dot break, 3 dot communication, 4 dot guru. Yeah. So everything in perfect way. Yeah. Mahima, you also got it very well. Just try to make the first letter capital. I know these are very small things, do not matter right now, but the habits of making these perfects matter a lot. Good thing. Khushi, thank you so much. Anybody else? More people. We are coming to the last leg, just the last thing. We have 20 more minutes to go, and we have just one more thing to cover. Covered 4 elements. If we talk about driving, the components of driving. Then of course we have accelerator, we have brake, we have clutch, we have gear. We have talked about these four things. Now, what is the fifth thing in terms of driving? Give me the response in terms of driving. We'll quickly move to the management perspective or the learning perspective, the student perspective. Yeah, Nicholas writes, it's steering wheel. Yes, steering. Yeah, absolutely. What do you do with steering, by the way? What do you do? Anybody, if you can please unmute and speak. What's the function of steering wheel in the car?
Direction. My name is Saurabh, sir. It gives us direction.
Okay, it gives us direction. Okay,
Yes.
direct oneself in the right direction. Anybody else? You can type in the chat window or you can speak also. But when you are done from speaking, please remember to mute your microphone. We are 100 people in the class.
Sir, hi, this is Advocate Thomas speaking once again. So the fifth is steering. While driving the car, we'll come to know exactly where the destination we have to go and whether we have to go in the right or left. That goes on, and the life teaches us in that way only. The directions.
That's great.
The
That's
destination.
great. That's awesome. You get full marks, Umar, 10 on 10.
Thank you,
Suppose
sir.
it helps us take turn, maybe left or right or slight deviation or maybe slight adjustment in terms of direction, 10 degree, 5 degrees, 20 degrees, whatever. Maybe at times it helps you take a U-turn or any turn, right? So that helps you. And when do you use the steering? See, you do not use the gear every time, all the time. Let's say you're driving for 3 hours, your hand was not on the gear for 3 hours. Your leg, your foot was not on the brake for 3 hours. Your foot was not on the clutch for 3 hours. And at times, your foot was also not on the clutch for 3 hours. Or even accelerator. At times, when you do not want to, give more speed and you are stable and you want to slow down the car, you take your foot away from the accelerator. Right? So all these four elements are not used 100% of the time. But steering, what do you do? Can you remove your hands from steering and drive? Can you do that? Anybody?
Oh, sir.
Yeah, maybe for a few seconds or a minute it's possible. So then also we are at risk. But then beyond that it's not possible. Somebody wants to speak something. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, please. Am I audible? Hello? Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. So we are talking about steering. See, steering, what you do, it keeps you on track. And if you take your hands from steering, you will be off track. And थोड़ा सा डेविएशन हो गया डिवाइडर की तरफ तो आपकी गाड़ी डिवाइडर पे चढ़ सकती है, थोड़ा सा डेविएशन हो गया लेफ्ट राइट तो किसी भी आने वाली गाड़ी से टकरा सकती है, मे भी सामने आने वाली गाड़ी से, मे भी लेफ्ट से निकलने वाली कार से, मे भी राइट से निकलने वाली कार से, right? To stay safe when you reach your destination and you keep the car also safe and you actually be on track always. That is the function of steering. So what you do with steering, you always stay at it. You always keep your hand at it. Stay at it. So I'll tell you in life, especially next 2 years or 1 year, whatever is time left for your MBA, and I'll tell you another news.
नहीं, मेरे को परमिशन नहीं है मैम, उसमें नहीं है, नहीं दिया. ओके.
Somebody saying उनको permission नहीं है. Okay. No problem. That's okay. It happens. So we were talking about steering. So you need to keep your hands on steering always. Always. You need to actually stay at it. You cannot take your hands off from it, even if you're not changing it. आप लेफ्ट नहीं घुमा रहे हैं, राइट नहीं घुमा रहे हैं, तो भी आप अपने हाथ उसके ऊपर रखते हैं, because anything anytime may happen, and the first thing you need to have control at is not the accelerator, brake or clutch, but the steering. Because if the car is moving at, let's say, speed of 100 kilometers per hour, in that case you cannot apply the brake quickly. But yes, you need to use the steering to make sure that you do not get hit by any other car, or you do not cross the divide or anything like that. Right? Similarly, in life also, or in next 2 years, and I was telling you that for most of us, these next 1 or 2 years are going to be the last years when we are student in a literal sense. Though we stay student forever, we keep on learning things, yet you are done with your graduation and you are doing your post-graduation, and not many of us will go for PhDs. And hence, it can be the last leg, and you need to end it with a bang, with a very high confidence, with a very high emotion, with a feeling of being an achiever. If you can do that, I'll tell you, you'll forget all the marks of class 10th or 12th, fifth or first grade or third grade, anything, no matter how meritorious you were, but you'll remember this last performance. So make sure that last performance is amazing, and for that you need to actually stay at it. So steering's S is stay at it. You see this image, I'm sure many of you have seen it before also, right? So what do you learn from this? What do you see in this?
We should never give up.
Absolutely right. We must never ever give up in the direction of our dreams. So you may take a detour, you may change the track a bit. अगर कहीं ट्रैफिक जाम है, दूसरा रास्ता ले सकते हैं, इधर से जा सकते हैं, उधर से जा सकते हैं, लेकिन वापस मत आइएगा. You will reach there sooner or later, but please stay at it. Let's say you start the journey of Toastmasters and you go to 5 meetings and then you quit, you do not go there again. You start becoming regular in the class, and then after a month or two you start bunking classes. You start doing a lot of homework from today onwards, and then in a month or two after that is slowly quit that. So if we quit that, we do not have any chance of winning. If we do not quit, then of course we have a lot of chances to win. And I'll tell you, life is not simple arithmetic. In life, you gain knowledge or anything happens in the compounding manner. Compounding means, it keeps on growing exponentially. Yeah. So let's say today you study for an hour and you gain X amount of knowledge. And if you keep on doing that 1 hour daily, and you do it for 365 days, maybe on 365th day, you will not get X amount of knowledge, you will get 2X or maybe 10X. Because at that time, you'll have a lot of information in the background. There's so many dots, and you can connect all those dots, and of course, you can excel. Right? So my final points to you, the last thing here is steering, which means stay at it. Yeah, people, can you please mute your microphones if you're not speaking? Okay, I have done it. I've done it. I muted everybody.
Thank you so much, Mukesh, for a wonderful session.
Just allow me a couple of more minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
We have 13 more minutes. I'll take maybe 5 more minutes, and then we'll open for Q&A.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So 5 elements in terms of driving are accelerator, brake, clutch, gear, and steering. In terms of becoming competent student, you need to take care of what? You need to be aware of management concepts and business fundamentals. Then you need to take a break from being ordinary and always go for becoming extraordinary. And the difference is very small. It may not be a huge difference. Even if, let's say, you are ahead by 0.1%, then you are ahead. Always try to keep ahead in terms of everything. Yeah. And then the 4th element was guru. So it is important of finding a mentor or a coach, a friend who can help you and keep you up. And when you're trying to find a mentor, remember what John Maxwell said. He said that a leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. A leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So that case, you need to seek guidance from somebody who has done that. For example, I want to be a pilot, then I will not go to my mom and ask for guidance. She can give me blessings, but not guidance. She cannot mentor me because she has not been a pilot. So seek guidance from people who are expert in that area. If I want to be an entrepreneur, then of course I cannot go to somebody who is an amazing employee. He can help me to become a CEO of that company, but he cannot help me to become an entrepreneur. For an entrepreneur, you need to handle, lot of different elements and a lot of different parties. You need to handle the vendors, you need to handle the labor, you need to handle the employees, you need to handle the clients, many things. So only the entrepreneurs can guide you the best. So stay at it. Yeah. Then the next element was of course steering and stay at it. So please never ever give up in in the quest of your dreams. And always stay at those. Maybe you're very close and you might get disappointed like this person who just turned back from the mine of diamonds. Yeah, that's the way by being in the last class in my CAT preparation, I just made it to IIM. Similarly, if you work till the last minute, I have many examples where I and many people worked in the last minute, and the last minute preparation really changed many things. Yeah, so just stay at it forever till the last moment. Yeah, so we are done with the basic concepts or elements of becoming a great student and competent student. I wish you all the best. I hope that you all make you good car, you all become great drivers, and of course you all enjoy the ride in the direction of your dreams. We're done. If Manisa ma'am or somebody has some concluding remarks, else I would take some questions. Manisa ma'am, go ahead.
It was wonderful session. Participants, all the participants, including the faculty members, are responding in chat and saying that it is a wonderful session. Even I learned a lot, Mukesh, and extremely sorry from my side because due to as we are not physically seeing, I assume that you have concluded by saying the stay at it. So from bottom of my heart, on behalf of entire department of MBA at IICMR, I express my gratitude to you. And our director, Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, wants to conclude this session. I request the director to please say a few words.
Can I take two questions and then maybe sir can conclude?
Mukesh, actually, I'm so sorry to say, because our next speaker, Radhini Gupta, is already waiting.
No problem.
That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would love to have more interaction with you.
No issues. We'll take questions offline if anybody wants to connect. There is my YouTube channel with my name Mukesh Kulothia. If you search Mukesh Kulothia on YouTube, you will find that. And I encourage you to especially watch one video, which is on innovation, how innovation can change life of people. And innovation is very small thing. It's not doing rocket science. Sometimes doing small things can change many ways and many things for the company and for people. So please watch that video on my YouTube channel, and if you like it, you can subscribe. And with that, I would like to hand it over to Kulkarni ma'am and sir.
Yeah, good. Mukesh, thank you very much. It was a really wonderful session, and our faculty members and dear students have really enjoyed right from the beginning. I think the most important learning from the session is what is IIM product. I think it is I am Mukesh. That itself shows that you are from IIM. Really great. It started with one of the most important lessons that I always talked with Escape when I was working, that perform or perish. I think you mentioned Bhaglo. Yeah, Bhaglo. So I think the very important, you participate, you evolve, and then you excel. Fantastic message that you started with. And we also talked right from the beginning when we were talking about vision mission that we as a COVID-19 pandemic should take it as an opportunity that we have made a person like I am Mukesh. I am Mukesh. That's the opportunity because of pandemic. Otherwise, it was very difficult to collect all this galaxy of stars from different corporate professions where they are delivering golden moments to our students. I will like to conclude the ABCGS, what you talked about. Actually, hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. I'm listening. Thank you so much.
So the ABC, what you talked about as an accelerator, Hello, are you
Yes,
listening?
sir. Yes, sir.
Accelerator, I think today in this competitive and changing and challenging situation, we need to speed up. Accelerator is one of the word which I think apart from awareness, what you talked about, we need to speed. Are you listening? Yeah. The second one is break, what you have mentioned. I think there is a need, the management professionals should know where to stop. The break need to be very effectively utilized. You always say there is a thin line between start and stop, where to stop. I think the break need to be applied by a management professional from that perspective. The clutch of communication that you talked about, actually in this competitive and changing, challenging situation, you need to be agile, what people need to be working with. So clutch will give you agility because he gives enable to change the gear. So when you say the gear, that is guru, what you talked about, I think guru gives speed of change in management education. Very importantly, every student should know the speed of change. And finally, the steering, what you talked about, stay at it. I loved it because when you are decided the direction, you need to do the right destination, which is your goal or objective. I think fantastic ABCGS learning for me, which I've just derived at the end. And Mukesh, we are really proud and happy that you are associated with us on this occasion. And really, it was an opportunity for IICMR to catch hold of you and yes, delivering the golden moments. So thank you very much and grateful to you. Grateful
So,
to everyone and definitely have a golden handshake for future.
I would love
Thank
to.
you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mukesh. So we wanted to keep in touch with you. We'll have a long-term association. Thank you so much.
Same here.
And I've already seen your YouTube channel, and I will be a follower of that.
Great, great. Thank you so much.
Because you made our work very simple by giving this ABCGS formula. Students, with this, by conveying our heartful gratitude to Mukesh, we will having the next session from Ragini Gupta, who's already there, who's waiting, and she's very much excited and anxious to address you all. With this, I make an announcement that there is a feedback link sent for the session of Mr. Mukesh. So I request the participant from all over India to please respond to your feedback so that we can improve the process. And also we can communicate this analysis to Mukesh also. We'll be happy to communicate this to Mukesh also. And here I make an announcement that this national level webinar series will be over, and the next session will be restricted for MBA at IICMR students. That will be by Ragini Gupta. So after you give your feedback, the students who have participated from national level can please sign off from today's session. And I here conclude that this national series of day 4 has been concluded today. So tomorrow we will meet once again. Till that, bye and happy thoughts. So now a small announcement to all the MBA first year and second year student. MBA first year and second year student, I know that it was a long day, but still with the powerful session of Mukesh, you enjoyed a lot, I know. If you want a break, you can have a natural break for a period of 2 or 3 minutes. And if you really wanted to become an IIM, you have to stay with it. Yesterday, I came to know from Rahul saying that, ma'am, students are feeling extremely hectic, continuously sitting in the sessions. But students, please understand, when we are having speakers with knowledgeable speakers who are ready to give everything they have, we cannot restrict our time. We cannot say that we want a break, so please you close your session. That's what I hope that you will consider this very positively. And be here within few minutes because Priyamvada is already, waiting, and I've admitted her, and she is going to start the next session of Ragini Gupta. We'll have a break for 2 minutes. I request Ragini ma'am to please consider this because our students were, connected since to 10:30 with some before announcement. Hi Ragini, this is Manisha, heading MBA at IICMR, and we are having Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, Director, MBA at IICMR. So I will, start my video so that we can see each other. Hi.
Wow, it's amazing. Good to see Ragini.
So welcome on board. And so I need only 2 minutes of yours. By that time, are you ready with the session?
Yeah.
Can you leave, ma'am?
Okay, the ones after
Yes.
2 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Ji.
Yes, yeah.
Manisha ma'am, Manisha ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mukesh.
Yes, Jasmine.
Mukesh was leaving. He want to say bye to you.
Yeah, he said. He said. Okay. Yeah. So, good news, Ragini. How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Very nice. I'm fine too. Thank you. So, students will be doing a commercial break. Okay. Yes, start, Sanjay.
Priyamada, are you ready? Oh, good Mohit. Good Mohit for a positive response.